Good afternoon, everybody, and thank you for coming. Have you ever felt anxious or nervous when you're faced with a problem at work, or maybe when you're taking a test? Many people have felt this normal human emotion. Anxiety disorders, however, are a little bit different. An anxiety disorder is a serious mental illness. For people with anxiety disorders, they worry and fear a little bit more than normal, and it's constant and overwhelming, and it can sometimes be crippling. Anxiety disorders are the most common mental illness in the U.S. It affects about 18% of people, that's about 40 million adults. Anxiety disorders develop from a complex set of risk factors, including genetics, brain chemistry, personality, and life events. There are several recognized types of anxiety disorders, and those I will outline for you this afternoon. One being panic disorder. Panic disorder is feelings of terror. With a panic disorder, there are feelings of terror that strike suddenly and repeatedly with no warning. Other symptoms include sweating, chest pain, irregular heart beating, and feelings of choking. Another anxiety disorder is obsessive compulsive disorder, sometimes known as OCD. OCD is plagued by constant thoughts or fears that cause them to perform rituals and routines. The disturbing thoughts are called obsessions, and the rituals are called compulsions. An example of this could be a person with unreasonable fear of germs that constantly wash their hands. 2.2 million people are affected by this, and it's more common in women than it is men. PTSD is another one, also known as post-traumatic stress disorder. PTSD can develop following traumatic or terrifying events such as sexual, physical assault, unexpected death, or some kind of natural disaster. PTSD often has lasting and frightening thoughts and memories of the event. Victims of PTSD tend to be emotionally numb. 7.7 million people are affected by this, and women are twice as likely than men. Social anxiety disorder, also known as social phobia, is another disorder. This involves overwhelming worry and self-consciousness about everyday social situations. The worry often centers on fear of being judged by others. 15 million people are affected by this, and it's equal in both men and women. Another anxiety disorder is specific phobias. This is similar to OCD. There is an intense fear of a specific object or situation, such as snakes, heights, or flying. Level of fear is usually inappropriate to the situation and may cause a person to avoid common everyday situations. 19 million people are affected by this, and women are twice as likely than men. Another disorder is generalized anxiety disorder. This disorder involves excess, unrealistic worry and tension, even if there is little or nothing to provoke the anxiety. This disorder affects 6.8 million adults, and women are twice as likely to be affected than men. In conclusion, many people throughout the world have some sort of anxiety disorder. With proper medical care and attention, people can live normal everyday lives. Thank you again for coming.
You didn't make it to 5 minutes.